Hello, everyone. I'm James. Welcome back to Easy English for You. And today, my amazing student Alice is here with me.
Hi, everyone. I'm really excited for today's lesson.
Alice, are you ready to discover something surprising?
Yes. What are we learning today, James?
Today, I'm going to share 3 daily habits that nobody teaches in English classes. But these habits are the real secret to fluency.
3 habits? What kind of habits?
Before I tell you, let me ask you something. How many hours do you study English every week?
Maybe 5 or 6 hours. I study grammar and vocabulary every day.
And do you feel fluent after all that studying?
No, not really. I still can't speak naturally.
Don't worry, you're not alone. Here's the truth that schools don't tell you. Fluency doesn't come from studying harder. It comes from training your brain differently.
Training my brain?
Yes, your brain has something called neuroplasticity. This means it can create new connections. When you practice the right way, your brain builds automatic English pathways. And that's what these 3 habits do.
Okay, tell me the first habit.
Habit number 1 is called mirror thinking.
Mirror thinking?
Yes. Here's how it works. When you hear someone speak English, you don't just listen. You imagine yourself in their situation. You think, what would I say in this moment? Let's say you're watching a cooking video. The chef says, now I'm going to add salt to the water. In your mind, you think, if I was cooking, I would say, I'm adding salt now. You mirror their thinking process.
So I imagine myself doing the same action?
Exactly. This is powerful because you're not memorizing sentences. You're training your brain to produce English spontaneously. You're building what neuroscientists call procedural memory. This is the same type of memory you use when riding a bicycle. You don't think about it, you just do it.
That sounds amazing. Let me try. If I watch someone order coffee, I can think, I want to order coffee too. So I would say, I want 1 coffee with milk.
Very good start, Alice. That sentence is grammatically correct. But let me show you how to make it sound more natural. Teaching, native speakers usually say a coffee instead of 1 coffee. And we often say with milk or with some milk. So the most natural way is, I'd like a coffee with milk, please. I'd like is more polite than I want in this situation.
Ah, I see. I'd like a coffee with milk, please.
Perfect. That sounds exactly like a native speaker. And that's the power of mirror thinking. You learn not just grammar, but natural English usage.
I love this. What's the second habit?
Habit number 2 is called invisible practice.
Invisible practice. That sounds mysterious.
It does, doesn't it? Here's the concept. Throughout your day, you have many moments where you're doing nothing. Waiting for the bus, walking to work, washing dishes. These moments are perfect for invisible practice. During these times, you describe what you see around you in English, but you do it silently in your mind. Nobody can see you practicing. That's why it's invisible.
Oh, like talking to myself in my head?
Exactly. Giving examples. For instance, if you're on the train, you might think, that woman is reading a newspaper. The man next to me is sleeping. I can see buildings outside the window. You're creating English sentences about real situations. This trains your brain to think in English automatically.
Okay, let me try now. James is sitting in front of me. He wearing blue shirt. I am listen to his voice.
Great effort, Alice. You're doing the right thing. But let's fix the grammar to make it perfect. You said, he wearing blue shirt. We need two things here. First, the verb to be, which is. Second, the article a before shirt. So it's, he is wearing a blue shirt, or he's wearing a blue shirt. And you said, I am listen to his voice. After am, we need the ing form. So it's, I am listening to his voice, or I'm listening to his voice.
He's wearing a blue shirt. I'm listening to his voice.
Excellent. Now those sentences are completely natural. Do you notice something? In English, we always use continuous forms for actions happening right now. He is wearing, I am listening. This is different from some other languages. This is English thinking.
Yes. In Japanese, we don't always use that form. That's why I forget it.
Exactly. And that's why invisible practice is so valuable. You train your brain to automatically use correct English patterns. After a few weeks, you won't even think about it. The grammar will be automatic.
I'm going to practice this every day.
I know you will. Now, are you ready for the third habit?
Yes. Tell me quickly.
Habit number 3 is called the English diary hack.
English diary hack?
Yes, but this is not a normal diary. Here's what makes it special. Every night before you sleep, you write just 3 sentences in English. Not about what you did today, but about what you will do tomorrow.
About tomorrow? Why tomorrow?
This is brilliant because of how the brain works. When you write about future plans, you use future tense naturally. You also start thinking ahead in English. For instance, tonight you might write, tomorrow I will wake up at 7. I'm going to have breakfast with my friend. I need to buy groceries after work. These are real situations you will actually experience. So when tomorrow comes, your brain already prepared the English. The words come out more easily.
Wow, that's so smart. So I'm preparing my brain for the next day?
Exactly. And here's an extra benefit. After 1 month, you can look back at your diary. You'll see your own progress. You'll notice your sentences becoming longer and more complex. This gives you confidence.
I want to try this tonight. Let me practice now. Tomorrow I will go shopping. I meet my friend at cafe. We will talk about new movie.
Great sentences, Alice. You have the right ideas. Let me help you make them perfect. First sentence is perfect. Tomorrow I will go shopping. Second sentence, you said, I meet my friend. For future plans, we need will meet or am going to meet. Also, we need a before cafe. So it's I will meet my friend at a cafe, or I'm meeting my friend at a cafe. Third sentence, you said, we will talk about new movie. We need a or the before new movie. If it's any new movie, use a. If it's a specific movie you both know, use the. So it's we will talk about a new movie, or we will talk about the new movie.
Tomorrow I will go shopping. I'm meeting my friend at a cafe. We will talk about the new movie.
Perfect. All three sentences are now completely natural. Do you see the pattern? English needs articles like a and the. This is one of the hardest things for learners. But when you write your diary every night, you practice this naturally.
Yes, I always forget articles. This will help me remember.
It will. So let's review these three powerful habits. Habit 1 is mirror thinking. You imagine yourself in situations you see or hear. Habit 2 is invisible practice. You describe your surroundings silently throughout the day. Habit 3 is the English diary hack. You write 3 sentences every night about tomorrow.
James, I have a question.
Of course. What is it?
These habits sound easy, but will they really make me fluent?
That's an important question. Let me give you some numbers. If you practice mirror thinking for 15 minutes daily, that's almost 2 hours weekly. If you do invisible practice during your commute and daily activities, that's about 20 minutes daily, or over 2 hours weekly. If you write your diary for 5 minutes each night, that's another 35 minutes weekly. Altogether, that's about 5 hours of practice every week. But here's what makes it special. You're not sitting at a desk studying. You're living in English.
So it doesn't feel like work?
Exactly. And here's the neuroscience behind it. When you practice English in real-life contexts, your brain creates stronger memory connections. Scientists call this contextual learning. It's much more powerful than memorizing from textbooks. Most of my students notice real improvements in 3 to 4 weeks. After 3 months, they're thinking in English naturally.
That's not very long.
No, it's not. The key is consistency. Even 5 minutes daily is better than 3 hours once a week. Your brain needs regular practice to build those automatic pathways.
I'm going to start all 3 habits today.
That's wonderful, Alice. But let me give you one suggestion. Start with just one habit for the first week. I recommend starting with invisible practice. It's the easiest to begin. Just practice during your morning routine. Describe everything you do. After a week, add the diary habit. After 2 weeks, add mirror thinking. This way, you build the habits gradually.
That's a good plan. Thank you, James. Okay, let me review everything we learned. Today, we learned about 3 daily habits for English fluency. First is mirror thinking, where we imagine ourselves in situations we see. Second is invisible practice, where we describe our surroundings silently. Third is the English diary hack, where we write 3 sentences about tomorrow. These habits train our brain to think in English automatically. They use something called neuroplasticity and contextual learning. If we practice about 5 hours weekly using these methods, we can see results in 3 to 4 weeks. The most important thing is consistency.
Alice, that summary was absolutely brilliant. You captured every single important point. I'll just emphasize one final thing. These 3 habits work because they make English part of your life. You stop being a student. You start being an English user. That's the real secret to fluency. Thank you, Alice, for being such an engaged student today. And thank you to everyone listening. I want you to remember something important. Fluency is not a destination, it's a journey. These 3 habits will guide you on that journey. Listen to this episode multiple times. Each time, your understanding will deepen. Your brain will absorb the natural English rhythm. And if you want more support, join our membership. Members get a PDF summary of every episode with all the examples and practice exercises. You'll have everything you need in one place. Please subscribe and hit that like button. It helps us reach more English learners around the world.
Keep practicing every day, everyone.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to stay curious and keep learning.